Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD as usual, and I just want to highlight one little pattern that's formed here, and that is a flat top triangle. And here we will move up, flat top triangle, 155 EMA in this area. It does look like we are looking for a break of this area for a continuation at the upside. Now, one last point before we switch down to the hour. That was the move up. This is the consolidation. So a break up gives us a target pretty much up at 108.627. So if we get down to the hour, see, it's been a bit of a messy scenario, but 3 days of higher lows and kind of a higher high there, but we're sort of just hovering here at the moment. So for me, I want a clear break and a retest here of 107.521. That would give me an opportunity to get in long. A stop at the moment would be below the low of today, or alternatively this swing low, the low of Friday. So that is fairly large, 760 point stop losses. So your position size is small, but your target is 1,054 points. So a little bit more than a 1-to-1 risk to reward. If you do want to have a look at this on the 15-minute, that's probably the view that you've got. Now, there is another scenario here. Let's just do this on the 8-hour. So, sorry, on the 1 hour. So let's just say we're rejecting this area again, and we pull back and we find ourselves some support down here. There's a nice bit of structure down here, right over there. But that has been tested on Friday, so then just take that one. See this tail, and then you've got that tail. So pull back down into here onto the trend line as well would be another opportunity, and a much better entry if you think about it. It's only 330 point risk for an attempt, either at there's a 1-to-1 trade, or alternatively a break of the triangle to the upside. So that's kind of the view that we've got at the moment. Just wait for the break and retest there for that to play out. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen. And what we were looking at here was a flag. I've deleted that scenario at the moment. I don't think that we are forming a flag at the moment. I think we are more than likely just looking at a mechanism to launch a break to the downside. There is a gap here which is acting as a magnet, so I suspect that's probably what the target area is at the moment. So if you look at price action over the last couple of days, it is clearly sideways. So for me, I'm not interested in this. And the other thing about this sideways action is it's just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So the swings are wide, and then they're just getting narrower and narrower and narrower and narrower until we're in amongst the moving averages. So I'm really not interested in trading this until we break above 127.566 to the upside, or alternatively 126.362 to the downside. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen, another really confused chart. Look at all these tails here from last week and the week before. So, and if you just extend your view back, you'll see another area of confusion. So this area at around 160.600 is definitely an area of confusion, not something we want to be worried about. Look at that on the hour. You can't really get there's a gap here as well. So I'd want to see us break pretty much above this previous swing high for the longs to continue, 161.040. So that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. If we start dropping below the low of Friday, which is 159.834, then we can start looking at opportunities to the downside. But for me, this is another clear sit on hands. Euro British pound, it keeps looking like it wants to get going, and it does look like it's forming a bit of a flag here at the moment, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to need to break above there. And let's get down to the hour for that one. So yeah, actually I would just fine-tune that. So if we get a break and retest of Friday's high, that would give me some confidence that we're moving to the upside, and that's 0.85158. But if we start rejecting this area, this is going to be a London breakout strategy trade for the downside. I wouldn't trade London breakout to the upside just yet, not below the moving averages like this. But if we break this structure to the downside, 0.849448, then I would expect a bigger move down. But the problem that you've got is you've got this area of support here as well. So yeah, I think probably worthwhile just sitting quietly until one of these levels gives way, and then start looking at it. So 0.85158 to the upside, and then 0.84847 to the downside, and then just ignore that there. So that's your range. If it breaks the upside, continuation up, which would then validate this fairly big move up here. So that would give you equal moves the upside of what you've had past. And if you break the downside, you're probably going to be targeting some of these areas here. All these tails here will give you support. Anyway, that's kind of my view today. I think, to be honest, Forex is not really interesting. Euro USD has a bit of a decent setup, but everything else is ranging. I'd pretty much just sit on the sides on Forex right now, and just wait to see what's happening. And it is Monday as well, so Mondays are normally slow days for Forex. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.